What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and over the years we have put so much attention on the destruction of Disney Star Wars that sometimes we kind of forget that Lucasfilm has another beloved IP that they have their sights set squarely on destroying in Indiana Jones and the upcoming Indiana Jones 5. Way back in April, 5 months ago, when it was announced that Phoebe Waller-Bridge would be co-starring along Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones 5, some people said, you know what, that's a little bit of a red flag. Not only is this being produced by Kathleen Kennedy, not only is this the same Lucasfilm that has destroyed so many beloved characters, but now you're hiring someone who is very clearly an activist. And if you don't know her history, we tried to explain to everyone who exactly Phoebe Waller-Bridge is. A lot of us were attacked for that. A lot of us said, that's ridiculous, you're just sexist. We said, no, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is a known entity. We know who this person is. We know what this probably means for the future of this franchise. Sure enough, 5 months later, here we are, and we have headlines like this. Phoebe Waller-Bridge may replace Harrison Ford as the lead in Indiana Jones, according to a report. This is not from We Got This Covered. This is from the New York Post. Now, it is being sourced from the Daily Mail. So the Daily Mail, little bit hit or miss. I'm not going to deny that, but that is where this is coming from. Phoebe Waller-Bridge could replace Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones after starring alongside him in next year's film. And ironically, that's what so many of us theorized. I know Yellow Flash specifically had mentioned that he thinks that that's what they were setting up to do. And I agreed. I think that this is going to be a way to kill off Harrison Ford and replace the character of Indiana Jones, maybe it's going to be Indiana Jane, whatever the hell they're going to do, with a female. Because they want a female to carry on the torch of this traditionally incredibly masculine franchise. And this is where we are today. I wish we didn't have to say we told you so, but it looks like we told you so. Here it is from Bounding Into Comics that digs deep into what this report is and who Phoebe Waller-Bridge is and why. We were saying this 5 months ago when she was brought in to co-star. Rumor, Phoebe Waller-Bridge to replace Indiana Jones as female archaeology professor. A new rumor claims the actress Phoebe Waller-Bridge, known for playing the insufferable L337 in Solo, will replace Indiana Jones as a female archaeology professor. It comes from the Daily Mail, just like we showed you there. Hine claims Phoebe Waller-Bridge is being tipped to replace the veteran actor as a female version of the fictional professor of archaeology in the adventure movie franchise. One anonymous source told Hine about the rumor, it would be a huge statement and a great role for Phoebe. Another source stated, the gossip on the set is that this character will slot into the leading role. A previous rumor claimed the Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character is actually a British journalist named Clara who is investigating Mads Mikkelsen's character. Mikkelsen's character is rumored to be a former Nazi scientist named Schroeder. It's said that Clara and Jones teamed up and were working against the US government in order to foil Schroeder, who's receiving substantial support from them. Now, of course, I do need to specify this. This is a rumor at this point, right? It's not being reported as fact, but I would say it has a little more credence than maybe some of these other rumors that we have out there. And what I thought, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, if you don't know who this is, she did play L337. She was brought on to the new James Bond movie. She was brought on to help rewrite the new James Bond movie for James Bond in the Me Too era, to feminize this movie franchise. That's what it was all about. So when she was brought on to this, it was an immediate red flag for me. It was an immediate red flag that Phoebe Waller-Bridge, this person who's been involved in these other things, who very much is an outspoken activist, as I've heard some people say, that was a red flag. And it looks like maybe we were right when it comes to being worried about these things. And this is Lucasfilm, guys. This is Lucasfilm, directed by James Mangold, the dude who was fighting with me and so many other people like Matthew Kadish on Twitter. Remember that? That is the dude who is directing this. The dude who went on a Spurg Fest and then blocked thousands of Indiana Jones fans, all for saying, hey, this might not be too great, guys. Don't get your hopes too high for this movie. It is Kathleen Kennedy producing, after all. It is Lucasfilm without George Lucas there. And now we start to have all of these different reports. The Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm announced Waller-Bridge's role in the film back in April. A press release from Lucasfilm stated Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Fleabag, Solo, a Star Wars story, will star alongside Harrison Ford, who is returning to the role as a legendary hero for the 5th installment of the iconic franchise. And of course, there's James Mangold's comments. I'm thrilled to be starting a new adventure collaborating with a dream team of all-time great filmmakers. Stephen, Harrison, Kathy, Frank, and John are all artistic heroes of mine. When you add Phoebe, a dazzling actor, brilliant creative voice, and the chemistry she will undoubtedly bring on our set, I can't help but feel lucky as Indiana Jones himself. And that's the thing, brilliant creative voice. She's not there just to be an actor, guys. She's there to add her voice to the table, right? When it comes to writing, when it comes to tone, when it comes to decisions that are being made for Indiana Jones going forward, that's one of the reasons they brought her in. That's what we've been trying to say. Waller-Bridge has become synonymous with wokeness when it comes to Hollywood productions. She played the insufferable L337 when her character insinuates she had a sexually active relationship with Lando Calrissian. Not only does the character claim to be sexually active with Lando, but the droid also attempts to lead a droid revolution. And of course, that's the part that everyone cheered in Solo that I can remember, is when the character got murdered. Unfortunately, we didn't realize that then that meant they were going to take L337 and retcon it to make her a part of the Millennium Falcon forever. God, that is absolutely terrible. Waller-Bridge was also tapped to make writing changes in the upcoming James Bond film No Time to Die. A rumor from the Daily Mail, again, Daily Mail told us this, and it turned out to be true, claims Waller-Bridge was brought on to give the movie a makeover for the Me Too era. The writer-actress explained her take on James Bond. There's been a lot of talk about whether or not the Bond franchise is relevant now because who he is and the way he treats women. I think that's bollocks. I think he's absolutely relevant now. It has just got to grow. It has just got to evolve, and the important thing is that the film treats women properly. He doesn't have to. He needs to be true to his character. What do you think about the new rumor? Does it surprise you coming from Disney and the Kathleen Kennedy run Lucasfilm? And of course, the thing that's going to stand out for a lot of people in that, is that reportedly, it's part of what Kathleen Kennedy wants, right? That's what this rumor is saying, that this is a decision that's being pushed by Kathleen Kennedy to have Phoebe Waller-Bridge take over. Does that really surprise anyone? Does that surprise anyone at all? I don't think it would. Now, we're going to have to wait and find out, I suppose, to see what happens if Indiana Jones dies, if she kind of picks up his hat or steps in the new role as an archaeology professor, whatever role they decide to take. But could anyone not see this coming? Is this really a shock or a surprise to that many people with what we've seen Disney and Lucasfilm do over the past decade? This is right out of their playbook. What do you guys think about all this? Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.